By the way, you be careful what you say now, because these guys, they're filming
I
everything.
know.
Today, we're addressing a story that many viewers have asked about, not because it has been confirmed, but because it has been widely circulated online over the past several days. Claims have appeared across social media and video platforms suggesting serious internal conflict within the British royal family, involving Queen Camilla, Prince William, and the medical treatment of Catherine, Princess of Wales. These claims are allegations only, not established facts, and that distinction is critical. This video is not about repeating rumors. It is about clarifying what has been reported, what has not been reported, and why that difference matters, especially when illness, privacy, and public trust are involved. To understand why these online claims gained attention, we need to start with what is confirmed. Earlier this year, Kensington Palace publicly announced that Catherine, Princess of Wales, is undergoing cancer treatment. That information came directly from the palace, was confirmed by her medical team, and was reported responsibly by major news organizations. From the outset, the family asked for privacy, particularly for their children, and most mainstream media outlets respected that request. Catherine's illness naturally prompted widespread public concern, sympathy, and interest. Unfortunately, moments like this can also become fertile ground for speculation, especially when public figures are involved within that environment. Unverified narratives began to circulate, some dramatic, some emotionally charged, and some presented as if they were investigative journalism. A central claim repeated online is that a major British newspaper published an explosive investigative report alleging interference by Queen Camilla and Catherine's medical care. This is where it's essential to slow down and be precise. As of this recording, no confirmed investigative report from a major UK newspaper supports this claim. No verified reporting from BBC News, Sky News, or other established broadcasters corroborates it. No official documents, court filings, or medical disclosures have been published in responsible journalism. Absence matters. If allegations of this magnitude were supported by evidence, they would appear across multiple reputable outlets, and they have not. The online narratives generally allege that private medical decisions were influenced by non-medical considerations. Palace officials were involved without consent. Family confrontations occurred behind closed doors. However, these claims rely on anonymous sources who cannot be verified. Reconstructed conversations with no documentation. Dramatic storytelling without independently confirmed evidence. It's important to emphasize. Repetition does not equal verification. Emotion does not replace evidence. Equally important is what has been officially stated. Kensington Palace has spoken only about Catherine's diagnosis and treatment, emphasizing privacy and family time. Buckingham Palace has issued no statements acknowledging internal disputes over medical care. There has been no confirmation of investigations, disciplinary actions, or institutional fallout. In cases involving senior public figures, silence is often interpreted online as implication. But in journalism, silence without corroborating evidence proves nothing. One of the strongest indicators of credibility is how established journalists respond. Royal correspondents from major outlets have not amplified these claims. That restraint reflects strict defamation laws in the UK, ethical standards around medical privacy, the absence of verifiable sourcing when a story is real. Reporters compete to confirm it. When it is not, professionals step back, even when claims are unverified. Their spread has consequences. Illness should never be weaponized for clicks. Medical privacy is not optional, and public trust depends on separating fact from fiction, especially in emotionally charged moments. This is not about defending any individual. It is about defending accuracy, restraint, and ethical reporting. To be clear and calm, the allegations circulating online remain unproven. No credible outlet has confirmed them. No official investigation has been announced. If verified information emerges, it should and will be covered responsibly. Until then, caution is not avoidance. It is professionalism. To understand why these claims gain traction so quickly, we need to look at how modern media ecosystems work, particularly around royalty. Stories involving the British royal family sit at a unique crossroads of public fascination, limited access to primary sources, strong emotional investment. When a senior royal announces a serious illness, that combination intensifies. In these conditions, narrative-driven content often outpaces verified reporting. Creators may frame speculation as investigation or imagination as insider knowledge, because emotionally compelling stories travel faster than careful ones. This does not necessarily mean bad intent, but it does mean lower standards. True investigative journalism requires multiple on-the-record sources, documentary evidence, editorial oversight, legal review. None of those elements are visible in the claims currently circulating. A frequent question we've seen is, if this isn't true, why are so many people talking about it? The answer lies in what mainstream media will not publish. Reputable outlets operate under defamation law, medical confidentiality protections, ethical journalism codes alleging that a named individual interfered with another person's medical treatment is an extraordinarily serious accusation. Without documented proof, publishing such a claim would not just be irresponsible, it would be legally reckless. That is why the absence of coverage from established organizations is not suspicious. It is exactly what we would expect if the claims could not be verified. It is also important to acknowledge the human reality behind the headlines. Catherine, Princess of Wales, is not just a public figure, she is a patient, a wife, and a mother. Medical decisions are personal, confidential, protected by law and ethics. Speculating about those decisions without evidence does not serve the public interest. It risks causing harm to real people at an already vulnerable time. This is why most professional journalists draw a clear boundary around health-related reporting. Viewers play a role here as well, not as enforcers, but as participants. When emotionally charged content appears, it's natural to feel compelled to react, share, or take sides. But one of the most powerful tools audiences have is discernment, asking where information comes from, noticing what evidence is missing, valuing accuracy over drama. This is not about cynicism. It is about responsibility at this time. We are monitoring only official palace statements, confirmed reporting from established outlets, on-the-record commentary from verified experts. Credible journalism emerges, supported by evidence and corroboration. It deserves serious examination. If it does not, it should not be elevated simply because it is compelling. So let's summarize clearly and calmly. The allegations circulating online are not confirmed. No major news organization has substantiated them. No official inquiry or documentation exists. Medical privacy remains rightly protected. Caution here is not denial. It is professionalism.